Hi guys, and welcome to level 2 in my series on jazz harmony for guitar. So by now you should know the C major scale and its corresponding degrees really well. So we will use that to start building our first chords. Now if we want to build a C major chord, we need the first degree of the scale, the third degree, and the fifth degree of the C major scale. Now usually on guitar, the third degree, 1, 2, 3, will be placed one octave higher. And remember that creates a 10 interval. So our chord will then look like this. 1, 5, and 3 on top. Now this is a C major chord. The reason it's major is because the third degree is 2 whole steps away from the root. So here's the root, here's a whole step, and here's a whole step. This creates a major third. If we wanted to play a C minor chord, we would go a whole step and then a half step. And that would be a flat 3. So that would look like this, with the third degree on top. But C minor is not a diatonic chord in C major. And what we will do for this lesson is find all the diatonic chords in C major. Diatonic meaning we don't do any flats or sharps. We only use the C major scale as our building blocks for our chords. Okay, so this is the C major chord. If we want to build a chord on the second degree of C major, we go to the second degree. Now we have to consider this second degree as our root. So in other words, this is our 1 now. And if we want to find the third degree from D, we go in the C major scale, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the third of the chord. To find the fifth degree, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So together it would sound like this. And again, the third degree is usually played 1 octave higher. So then we would probably play the chord like this. 1, 5, 3. And this, my friends, is a D minor chord. Because the third degree is a whole step and then a half step away from the root. If you wanted a D major chord, we would have to play this. However, again, this is not a diatonic chord because this is an F sharp and it's not in the scale C major. So I hope that's clear. We have a major chord and on the second degree we have a minor chord. Okay, let's go to the third degree of the C major scale. 1, 2, 3. So if we want to find the chord that's hiding on the third step of the scale, we do the same process. Using the C major scale, now thinking of the third as our 1, we go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is our third now. We place it 1 octave higher. We add the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 5, and 3. And this is also a minor chord. So we have a major, minor, minor, and let's do one more. Let's do from the fourth degree. Same process, 1, 2, 3, 1 octave higher. Adding the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a major chord, F major chord. So the fourth chord in the C major scale is a major chord. Okay, let's repeat them again. C major, D minor, E minor, F major. And now I'll just continue quickly doing the rest. On the fifth degree we have a major chord. On the sixth we have a minor. On the seventh we have a minor flat 5. Now more on that later. And then we're back to the roots. So again, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, and then back home. Now you also should learn this going backwards from C. So then we would have the root, we would have the seventh here, the B minor flat 5, the sixth chord here, the A minor, the fifth chord, G major, and the fourth chord, F major. Now when you know all these chords and you can find them quickly on the fretboard, you will basically know all the pop songs and the most commonly used chords in any song. They use these diatonic chords. I would practice this by playing the chords randomly and naming the root degree. So this is our 1 chord, our 4th chord, our 5th chord. This is the 2nd chord, the 3rd, 5, 4, 2, 4, 6, 5, 2, 7, 1, and so forth. I'm sure you've heard of in jazz, you have a 2-5-1 progression. Well, now you know what that is. You go to the 2nd degree and play the chord, the 2, you go to the 5th degree, play the 5, and then the root. So this was all the diatonic chords of C major. Learn those, learn to find them on the fretboard. And you could also then, as a later step, add the 7th degree. So if you want to add the 7th degree to each of the chords, you do the same process. You go from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be a C major 7. Right, this was our D minor. If you want to add the 7th to the D minor chord, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the same. And this is really useful. Instead of just knowing chords as a shape on the guitar, like an image in your mind, you now know where all the degrees are. You know where the 3rd degree, what the 3rd degree of a D minor chord is. It's this one, right? Because you know how to understand the chord in terms of degrees. You know that the 7th degree of an F major 7 is here. And this is really useful when you want to manipulate the chords. You need to know where the degrees are, because if you want to play a C major 7 flat 5 chord, knowing that the 5th degree is here and you have to flat it, you can easily manipulate the chords. So I think that's enough for level 2. Good luck with that, and see you in level 3. Bye bye.